Half it again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Ted Minka's Collection Adventure! I'm going to pick up where we left off from last time. We were in first person mode. He was at his bar making a drink. He's decided to come all the way outside to drink it. Fair play. While we're out here, I noticed that we really need to restore our mural. Optical illusion is looking kind of faded away, so I'll have to get on that. Sometimes when you're in first person mode you notice things that you don't notice otherwise. Yeah, it feels like we're about halfway through the journey. Did some of the events that we've been putting off last episode. This episode, once we get past this fun stuff, I have to get into the more tedious work of expanding the basement. I want to move a lot of our collections downstairs and start our sort of museum area where we're going to house all our collections. Help tidy up and stop our house being so cluttered on the top floor. Feed all the animals, make sure everybody's good. Start on our grand rearrangement. Can I have all our magic collectibles in this back room with our cauldron? Seems fine. It's a specific collection that goes with the area. Can I expand out and make another room? This is going to be for all our fitness and wellness items. I want to make a swimming pool. A lot of room, so I have to make a long, thin swimming pool. I'm going to count this as one of our skill items. We've built up 11 skill items we're due, but we don't really have that many more things to get, you know? We can only get items that give us skill that we've already got. And the pool will give us fitness skill if we didn't already have it maxed out at level 10. So all the bits and bobs that go with the pool, I'm counting that as one skill item used. Still got 10 more to go, and 8 non-skill items. So we'll try and use a few of them this episode. Purchase a few things. As I say, not stuff that we really need. But things that we want that'll tie the rooms together. So yeah, we'll move all our fitness and wellness items down into this room. This can be like our spa area. Move these lounge chairs down as well. Can't keep these outside, but give us a bit more room if we pop them down here. Move our big stage light across into our club room. I don't think it's really big enough to have a big party in. Kind of want to move the bar down here as well. So we'll move the chill out room to the back. That's where we can have our bulky items, our cupcake factory and our fizzing station. We can move them to the chill out room. Now we've got more room in this sort of dance area, this club room. Room to put the bar down here. And tuck in some more furniture as well. Got a couple of tables and things. Get a loose chair or something. Try a sofa. And that might block off this room. We'll have to make sure that we can still access all the areas. Don't want to sort of build ourselves into a corner. To keep access. For a better door. Kind of want one of these secret doors that looks like a bookshelf. But apparently we've got to unlock that through one of the careers. So I'll give up on that idea. I'll just continue using our see-through doors. We'd like to get the bubble thing down here. That's like a hookah pipe that blows bubbles. I think that would go well in the chill out room. Yeah, we'll come back to that. It's not a high priority. Something we might want to spend a non-skill item on. Got heaps of stuff in our household inventory as well, plenty of furniture. I'll try and get that tucked out. Got this cool jukebox. Don't know where we're going to pop that. Got a sound system. More chairs and things. Yeah, we'll try and use up as much of this stuff. And get the stuff that we've got taking up all our garden space. Sort of spread out where it makes sense. Don't want down here to end up just as cluttered. So we'll magically repair some of the items that are in poor condition. Get this table moved into the bathroom and move some decorations. Got plenty of tables that have got all garden decorations and lights and things on them. Again, we'll be mindful of moving all that stuff around. We'll shrink the size of our magic room to increase the size of the bathroom here a little bit. Tidy up our hallways. Sort of refining the design as we go. And to make like a little games room where we can put our chess table, and there's a few other game items that we can get. Again, that might be a good spend of some points. Built up so many rewards that we're due now for completing collections and finishing skills and things. Just falling behind on getting relative items. Only been getting the thing we need for the next skill or whatever. But now that we only need the parenting skill, like we have a bassinet, we can maybe splash out on some sort of toddler activities. Some in the ball pit and the pirate ship for the garden and stuff. There's no point in really getting that stuff before we have kids. It's just going to take up space. So yeah, we'll see if there's a few things we can get. I get the feeling we won't be getting all the things we're due this episode. And there might be skills that I haven't discovered yet. Collections page says we've only discovered some of the collections, so I don't know if that means we're going to come across a collectible that starts a whole new collection, or it's just because we have some collections that we don't have a single item of yet. I'm not quite sure. We have completed a lot of them. Try and get them moved and pop downstairs into this sort of display area. Forget how to put the window back for a minute. So hold shift and then only hold down one side of it. Some of our shelves are all tucked away behind windows that we're going to have to extract them. Other things nice and easy available out in the lawn. Yeah, we'll get all this stuff moved down eventually. Not that exciting an episode. It has to be done at some point. Yeah, we might need to expand the museum area as we get more of the collections done. Don't know if the space on the walls here is going to be enough. Depends if the collections can go on shelves, or if they have to be placed on tables. But for now, hopefully the size we've allocated is going to be enough to house all these things. Want to keep all the collections sort of separate. There's a few instances where we've just filled up a space on a shelf with something from another collection. Yeah, we'll try and separate things out, get everything nice and neat and organised. Don't think we'll be taking anyone down here or opening it up to the public to let them come and see all the collectibles. Don't trust them not to yoink anything. Yeah, it'll be nice for Ted and Millie and maybe future family members to come down and bask in the glory of all these collectibles. Back when I did my last playthrough of the sort of self-sim Vovozif, I'd started, I got about halfway through, making a basement collection room. That's That's what really inspired this challenge. I really wanted to focus on that and not get distracted by all the other elements of the game. I'm going to spend one of our non-skill item reward points. I'm getting the vault. Never got this before. I've seen it where you put money in it and you go frolicking in the money and having a good time. You spend a couple of skill points on stuff for like a vet room. We've got like a surgery station and then a diagnostics station where they jump on to get checked out. Can also move our Craft-O-Matic treat thing through there. So we have a separate room for veterinary stuff. Yeah, it's coming together. Just keep making rooms and then seeing which items we can tuck in. A single frog. Yeah, some of the collections don't go nicely into threes, or it usually tends to be fit 3 things on a shelf or 3 things on a table if they're bigger. Yeah, some of the collections having 22 or whatever, an odd number. Saving this with single tables displaying it. So for another couple of skill items, or non-skill items, sorry, you're going to get this a back table. I thought that might be a skill item basically. So I was willing to spend a skill point on it. But spoiler alert, there is no Sabak skill. Never done the journey to Batu before. I know if you get chummy with one of the factions, it gives you better results when you're playing Sabak, so I thought it might be a skill. But alas, it's not. Got the foosball table down there as well. That's another thing I know there's no skill. Used it before in pubs. Take down our tables that have our crystals on them. I'll give this tree a little bit more room. Plant sim tree. Maybe swap out a table that only has 1 crystal on it for a small single table. Just our trims, edges of our house. Gives us more room to get around the front or the back. The seance table doesn't seem to want to go under one of our covers or awnings. Bit of a nightmare, but never mind. I'm sure we'll find a space for it somewhere else. At least we've got ourselves a little bit more space out in the garden now. We can start to bring in objects away from the edges, away from the hedgerow. Because that's really where we want to put all our money trees. It's a big motivation for doing a rearrangement. We've got all these money fruit in our inventory that keep seeming to multiply. I want to try and make space. Yeah, we're doing not bad. Just keep finding spaces for little furniture items, making sure not to just clutter somewhere else with them. Spread them out in a way that makes sense. Give ourselves a little bit more room. Still want to have the gnomes around the seance table. So they're trying to summon something. I think that looks good. I'll tidy up all these loose items left by the gnomes. Seed packets and upgrade parts and things. We've got an exception. We should just save as and exit out, but I tend not to. It's probably one of the reasons that the game is getting broken. I'm not just immediately stopping and reloading it. Pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do to maintain game integrity. I was going to put these feathers, the feather collection, out on shelves, but apparently they're in little frames. They're sort of pre-framed for us. So we'll tuck them away onto the wall for just now. playing the game with me that I keep dragging things out and they're not there. Yeah, the game is pretty broken, but I'm just carrying on, keeping on going. There's no turning back. So we add some money to the vault. Maybe add in a million simoleons. Doesn't make much of a difference. Money's not really relevant to us anymore. It's 6.5 in our rather stacked wallet. And now $1 million in our vault. So we'll sort of play around in the money. See if we can take down the walls or something, get a better view of him frolicking in all his cash. Don't know why you would do that. I'm sure banknotes are pretty dirty. But hey, he's up for rubbing them on his face. Why not? Enjoy yourself. So we're going to license our songs again. Keep up with this. Stop our fame from fading away. I think when we've completed all the world famous celebrity things, I think that stops your fame decaying forevermore. Something to work our way towards, so we don't have to top it up. Yeah, Millie's now got 10 money fruit. At least Ted's not getting any more. He seems to have stopped at 16. Doesn't seem to be going up. That's a good thing. But when we pop them out, will that then start going up again? I don't know. Still not quite sure how we managed to keep generating money fruit into the inventory. But we're just rolling with it. I don't understand a lot of the mechanics. I'm just doing stuff and working my way through. Only when I get really stuck, I'll sort of go on YouTube and look for someone else doing it, or Google the solution. But yeah, it's more fun just to muddle your way through and try and work it out by yourself. There's a few things we can do, try and clear the cache, maybe update the game or something if it gets real bad. But it's got moments that it runs totally fine, no problem, and other moments where it slows down to a halt, you know. So we've used our spare feathers. We had one of each. When you've got one of each feathers, you can make them into this bird sculpture. It's like using all the feathers. So I'll try and pop it out. Doesn't want to come out. It's massive. Right, so it's not going to sit on the little table we've got, our little dresser. It's going to be more akin to our mother plant tendril. That popped out here. Good old Millie's doing the hoovering. Ted's trying out the swimming pool. Yeah, it's pretty narrow, but yeah, you can do some laps. I'm sure it's quite refreshing for him. I'm going to try out our sabacc table and see what's up. Fun activity for the pair of them. He looks like he's worried about cheating. So yeah, I wander away and leave them. Don't realise that they just keep playing until you stop them. You know, I thought the action would end at some point. So yeah, I wander away, go away to the toilet, have a vape, you know. Totally miss the notifications about Whiskers getting hungry and Whiskers popping its clogs. Come back here to fill up the food and then go, oh wait a minute, what do you mean purchase rodent? I just totally missed it. And I contemplate like not getting another one. Like we've got all the postcards. Do we really want to have another rodent that may perish on us and we're going to feel bad about? And I'm like, yeah, okay, may as well. Whiskers 5. Try to promise Whiskers 5 there won't be a Whiskers 6. But that's what we said to Whiskers 3 and 4. Oh, terrible. Apart from that, it's been fairly successful. Managed to expand out, get a lot of our stuff moved, made it tidier. We'll come back next time and do something a bit more exciting. Try and get a bit more done. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.